Okay, today's gonna be a nice little short video of how to win more games in general. And it's super simple. It's just one mechanic, and that's your drive gauge. See all these? That's your drive gauge mechanics. One thing, the biggest thing is you don't want to burn yourself out. Burning yourself out is the biggest mistake you can make. For example, if you're using a fireball character and you do the typical fireball drive rush, you see you have 3 bars left. So you never want to do this. You never want to do that because you're left with 1 bar, less than 1 bar, right? If we put it to standard, you're left with less than 1 bar. 1 hit and you're gonna be burnt. So you never want to burn yourself out. Unless, of course, right, if they're in range for you to win from 1 mix-up, I say go for it. So you see, Luke's HP is really low, so I would do something like that. Or even that, just to make sure to get that mix-up to get the win. It's okay if you're about to get the win. And if they're 50% HP or a little bit more or a little bit less, depending on where my drive gauge is. But if I have 4 meter and I could drive rush 2 times, I always go for the game winning combo. And if I have level 3 or gonna get level 3 from that combo, I always go for the burnout combo to win the game. Right, always, because this is why you need your 50% combos. 54%, you win the game. So that's when I use the drive gauge. Now this is where things get tricky. When you DP, you obviously get a punish counter, so that means you get a free combo. Now that's 26. Now the thing is, do you do that, or do you get more damage for 1 drive rush? This is something you're gonna have to determine. For me, I mainly spend the bar at least 3 drive rushes just to get them close to the corner. Now if they're in the corner, it's a little bit different because I just go for this, right? I just go for this and then set up, and then it's for 1,000 damage. So I don't really necessarily need to drive rush because I waste my meter here with this. So all depends again what you want. Now if you do spend drive rush though, now that's all the damage you can get from drive rushing. So again, this was a test out because as you can see, you could even get 60% damage. So essentially, you have to hit your opponent 2 times and then you win the game. Now, you never really want to be full screen like this, unless of course you're the character that has really good zoning. If you have really good zoning, like Akuma, Ryu, you don't mind doing this because you're winning. Especially if you're up on life, play lane. Now what you don't want to do is start doing this full screen, because you just burned yourself out, and now they could take advantage. Because right, this is pretty much guaranteed. Of course, if you're a modern, you could react. What if you don't have the meter? You know, a lot of situations could happen. A lot of scenarios could come up that you don't have the meter or you didn't react on time, even though you're modern and all that. So you don't want to do that. You see this move right here, I'm +1. Now look, I'm +5. Like, people think the only thing in burnout that matters is the DI, which again in corner, which is really good, but people forget that you're always pretty much plus. People forget that when you're burnt out, your opponent's moves, every single move he does is now +4. So your jab is -1, add +4 to that, he's now +3. People forget that, and that's why burnout is really, really strong. I'm +5, so I could just do this. He can't mash. Crouching light punch. See that? He can't. He can't mash. And that's me with my mediums. That's just me doing medium punch. Even late into medium even works. He can't do nothing. So that's how to win more games and also be more consistent and not burning out. This little short video of tips that I've been wanting to do for a while.